Up next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Beach Brains Double IPA. This is by Kings County Brewers Collective out of Brooklyn, New York, and it comes in at 8.5% ABV. Check it out. Hi everybody, it's Rich and welcome to End of the Day Beer Review, and today we are going to be looking at Beach Brains. This is a double IPA by Kings County Brewers Collective, which I don't believe I've ever tried before. I've lately been appreciating the double IPAs and the triple IPAs, but you know, it's funny, and this video might be a little longer because I'm going to get into some detail on it. I finally went and I finally looked up what the difference is, and I always assumed what I didn't like was you know, sort of the bitterness of the basic IPA. So I checked out what the double IPA is, and this is on brewersworld.com, and it says, double IPA is the answer to the question, can we make the American IPA hoppier? Which I assumed would make me not like it. It says it's a relatively new style American IPA, and it is richer in texture, and as far as the caramel or toasted side of the palate, thanks to additional malts that were introduced in the process. Then I realized they're putting in more malt, which is something that I like. Particularly, I believe I like that in my stouts. It says that the vital stats is that it's going to go from 7.5 to 10% ABV. It's going to be 60 to 120 IBU, and it's going to be color-wise 6 to 14 SRM, which quite frankly, I'm not even sure what that means exactly. What I know it means is that lately, I've been really enjoying the double and triple IPAs. So I'm going to crack this one open. And let's see. In the past, my problem with IPA is that to me, it's always tasted like grapefruit. And I'm just not a big grapefruit fan. Now, I do have my good IPA glass, and it is clean. I've run it through and I've wiped it out. I want to make sure it is as clean as possible for the camera. And let's pour. Now, I'm trying not to be a complete savage as I pour this. It is definitely pouring hazy, sort of a dark yellow with a very white head. Thankfully the glass is clean, nothing clinging there. Again, my pour is not the best. It's about 3 fingers of head, give or take. But you can see it's a dark, dark yellow to almost orange. To me, the double IPA continues, and triple IPA, to look a little bit like pineapple juice out of the can. But, you know, that's just the way it appears to me. Generally, there's a certain fruitiness that has come to the bar with this IPA, as it does with many of them. Okay, so what I'm getting here is very seriously citrus, and it's not particularly what is my bag. It's what a lot of people do enjoy about IPAs, I believe. But to me, it has sort of that sort of bitter citrus nose to it. So I'm really not, I'm thinking that maybe I finally found a double IPA that just doesn't fit my taste profile. Again, I'm a stout and porter person. You know, like I like a dark beer. I like that beer to be very malty. I like it to be very high ABV. This does hit in the ABV area at 10.5, but let's see what we get out of it. Nose-wise, like I said, it's grapefruit to me. Maybe just a hint of like orange, but I'm getting mostly grapefruit. So I'm not really thinking I'm gonna love this one. Let's see. Now, I was expecting a lot of bitterness. I was expecting to be overwhelmed by grapefruit. This is not what I'm getting here. What I'm getting is a general citrus flavor, leaning more towards orange and pineapple, but definitely more towards orange than anything else. And quite frankly, my pineapple flavor might just be coming from the way I interpret the color of this as I look at the beer. It's not bitter. It's not that sort of like overwhelming bitterness you normally, or I feel like I normally get on a straight American IPA on the back of the tongue. This is very mellow. This goes down quite easy. Now, there is some bitterness now, but it's nothing that would prevent me from drinking this. This is a very, very drinkable beer. And at 8.5% ABV, this is higher than an average beer, so it's one you have to be careful of when you're drinking, that you're, you know, responsible about it. But I could see having 1 or 2 of these with a meal. Excuse me. The carbonation is a little bit more pronounced than I'm used to in my stouts, but it does a nice job of sort of opening up that flavor profile. And let's try to describe that. Front of the tongue, there's a hint of grapefruit. Mid-tongue, I'm getting more orange. And as I exhale after I swallow, I swear to you, I'm getting just a hint of another citrus. I want to say pineapple, but maybe I'm misjudging it. It's a really nice beer. I wouldn't have thought so by the nose, but the more I drink it, the more I can tell you, like, this is a really, really solid beer. And, you know, let's put IPAs and stouts out of the picture at this point. If I saw this again in a distributor, would I purchase it? Without hesitation. This would be a really good, really nice beer to have on a hot day. Obviously at 8.5% ABV, within limits of 1 or 2, because it would probably leave you, you know, sort of messed up at the end of the day. But it is really, really nice. Now, what does it say here? It says that brewed in collaboration with Untold Brewing, which I've never heard of before. It is double dry hopped, double Indian Pale Ale with Citra, Eclipse, and Luminosa hops, barley, oats, and wheat. Okay, I think I get a hint of the wheat, because it does have sort of that sort of breadiness of a wheat beer. It's so out of place for me to think of that in an IPA. All right, what else does it say here? 8.5% by ABV by volume, 1 pint, store cold and drink fresh. It is today like August 27th or 28th, and this was canned on 7/3/23. Now, they do have a website, kcbcbeer.com, which I have not checked out. But if you're looking for a good local double IPA and you're in New York, this would be one that I could recommend, even to somebody like me who is not an IPA fan. This is just an inherently drinkable and enjoyable beer. Now, the ABV is a little bit high, so you got to be careful with that, but it's still a very, very good beer. I have to say, this has been the summer that may have changed my mind just a bit on the entire style of beer when it comes to the IPA. Maybe not the basic American IPA, which I'm still not a fan of, but definitely the double IPA and the triple IPA. Even now, like, this drinks almost like a tropical juice as opposed to a beer. And you know, for 8.5% ABV, I don't taste the alcohol in it, which makes this beer just a wee bit dangerous when you start thinking about it. Anyway, folks, I hope you have enjoyed the review. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the rest of this beer, and I mean that. I am going to enjoy the rest of this beer. It's quite good. And I will see you next time on End of the Day Beer Review. If there's any double or triple IPAs I should check out, please throw them in the comment section. If you liked it, please subscribe, hit that like button. It really helps. And I will see you next time on End of the Day Beer Review. Cheers.